Hello everyone. Welcome. If you're new, I am so glad you stopped by. If you've been here before and came back, thanks for returning. This is what's on my desk. I was working on repurposing, are these not darling? Slides that we probably have over 1,000 of, and I popped the picture out. Happened to find this picture of Greg's Grandma Ruth and Grandpa George, which you've heard me talk about 1,000,000 times, and decided to use them and make some slides. I thought they turned out precious. I'm thinking I'm going to put, make them charms, that they can dangle. I am not going to do anything but maybe hang them on a ribbon here in my craft room. I love them. Now, before I can do that though, I've got to get rid of other stuff that today I just kept piling. So this is all the stuff. These are the slides, so I don't pick one up and lose them because I'm going to work on those. This is my banana Foster herbal tea that I'm drinking right now. I love it. It tastes like banana bread if you've never had any. Here's the sticker off of my banana. This is my tea from this morning. My sweet Splenda. Have a good day. Sip the excitement. There's a lemonade recipe. I have always trust in yourself. Sprinkle a little joy. So I'm going to stick those in my oatmeal bag. This I'll probably use for today's journal. Pardon my reach. So I am going to put that here. I may use more of that because I probably not going to have much to put. I am not feeling very good. My allergies. Last night we went to a Mexican restaurant with friends. And these were the bags our silverware was in. Well, while I'm sitting there and we're visiting, I'm thinking I could embroider on the top of those. I could cut two and embroider on both. That would be the smarter thing. So you may see a video of me doing that. Because I do have videos up of where I'm embroidering on envelopes. I've never done them on those bags. So we're just going to put them over there. This is a Randus. This was the restaurant that we went to. So I'm going to just lay it up there with my journal. And then this is a plastic bag. Oh, I had 2 bells in it I found up here, and I took them downstairs. I have a little bowl of antique bells. I have a bell collection of where they have the handles and thing and those kind of stuff. But these are the ones that you can like put a ribbon on. So this will go in my baggie box. This I found under Emerson's desk. And I decided maybe it was time to get it out from under Emerson's desk. Obviously, I haven't vacuumed under Emerson's desk. But I need to put that with Christmas decorations. This is a hot pad I made. I washed it. It needs to go in Christmas decorations. So those are going to go over there on the floor. These are yummy old pillowcases, but they're very yellowed, that I was cleaning out to find blankets to take down to pack furniture or wrap around stuff like you do when you're moving, and happened to see this. But look at this yumminess. look how nice and yellowed and aged that is. And it was just on a pillow in the bottom of the blanket basket. That basket is what I laid in when I was a baby, as a whole bunch of kids did. So I'm just going to put this with my vintage pillowcases for now. And then when I want something to embroider on, if I want to stamp, I want to stamp on that yellowed pillowcase. Now, what do I have here? I want to take these, and I'm going to poke a hole in them later because I've got to use my piece. Now these, I'm not sure where I got them. I may have got them off of, I can't even think of her name now. You know, one of those sales somebody does. And I probably got them off those. But I don't dry flowers. And I don't know how to dry flowers. And this time of year, I'm not going to dry flowers. So, before, you want that, I quit last night. I just got tired of crafting, and my husband was home, and I decided, well, let's go see what he's doing. I have this little jar of mini ephemera pieces. So I grabbed it, and you guys, these dead flies are going to be the end of me. We have an old house, but even people with brand new houses can't get over the amount of flies every morning on windowsills, on our kitchen cabinet, on the floor. I mean, Greg and I may both sweep them. I mean, it's just, I'm going to use that lid. It's that bad. It is crazy. And I won't continually use that, but that's just going to be handy for while I'm working. Okay, drink of tea. Oh, tastes just like banana bread, especially when you put in some honey. So I'm going to show you how I do this. This is not completely my idea. I hadn't thought about doing it until I saw Lori Delp at Paint Girly. She was doing it, and I thought, oh, I need to get those back out. So I'm going to try and, oh, I like those. Those may be something else I want to use. Now, these are different sizes, so see, that fits better. So, first of all, what I did, and everybody does this differently, but I just thought I'd show you how I do it. Like I have said before, we have thousands of slides in this house because his mother loved to decorate. Let me see. I don't know if I want to use decoupage paper or if I want to use a stamp. I don't know that I want to use that. That's not bad. I'll cut out a piece. I might use some of that writing. I have lots. I have this I could choose, and I have this. some of these are too big of a print that, let me look at this, excuse me. Down here I have background stamps, I believe. No? But I might use, oh, that's too big. I cleaned these out and I don't have those in there anymore. Okay, I dumped them out because I didn't want you to have to hear all that rattling. Yeah, I have background stamps, but I got to think what's going to go with a butterfly. Now this just has words. Now I could just use background stamp, and then if I didn't like it, cover it. There's that option. You can tell what ones I use a lot, can't you? I'm going to try, I think, this one. Excuse me. I love this one. It's my very favorite, but I don't know how it's going to look on I like the lighter better. So I'm going to use it for the front. Okay, now I'm going, ooh. I didn't know. I thought, well, maybe you see that. But let me get some scrap paper. I wonder about using this music paper. Because the only reason I'm using it is to attach it to the slide. And you'll see it on the back. That will work. So, if you wonder why I always take off that silver tip, it's because this glue clogs really bad. I have never had one that clogged so bad. And glue won't come out with that silver tip on. But I keep it because I, I'm going to use that. I keep it because I think it seals the glue probably better. Now, as you can see, I am just putting that here, and then I rub it a little because I forgot my acetate. And I have a piece. This is why you keep acetate, you know, that's in front of stuff. Because it's wonderful for this kind of stuff. So I'm going to put my acetate on my picture. And you don't want the front to get glue yucky on it. So I put it down first. Or I should say I put it down first onto the glue. And then this is my front. So then I'm going to put my, excuse me, my butterfly on. And I'm going to just keep it right around there. And this is kind of forgiving. So I can adjust as needed. I just need to make sure I check about the butterfly, because that's the, you know, important part. And then I trim this. And I trim this. Now, you probably would, excuse me, I am so sorry. You wouldn't have to probably put acetate there if you were running low and you knew you were sticking it to the back, you know, sticking this onto a page or a pocket or something like that. I have lots of acetate. When Tanya McGuire and I were yard selling, I found a huge book of large pieces. I think it's 11 by 18. No, it's bigger than that. No idea what you were supposed to use for it. It's 14 by 17. And so I will never run out. However, I keep a little pile of acetate because sometimes you don't want that great big piece, but I was out, so I wanted really clean acetate, and mine wasn't all clean. So, okay, and now I'm going to put glue on this, and again, I'm going to spread it just because I think it gives a cleaner. You know, if you have better ideas when you do this, I would love to hear them because, you know, we crafters are lifelong learners. Now, there is the slide. Not quite glued together yet, is it? Now, I can decorate it. Now, because it's a butterfly, my first thought is to find my glue. There it is to find what I want to put on it. And I first think maybe a flower. Isn't this kind of what they call, not a sample piece, but, oh, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I kind of want to see what I could find. I could put, see, here's a little one I could make a slide from. I looked online on YouTube for ideas, and you know, my searching engine I was using was not very good, because all I got was how to organize slides, how to you know, do that kind of stuff. It's like, well, may have to do a different kind of glue there. Now, if you wanted to make this a paper clip, which I wouldn't, you could, you know, keep that open and stick it in and then close it, but I won't do that. I'm not very good at making paper clips. And I have a drawer down here of lace. Ooh, that would be pretty. Might use that. I'm just grabbing from, you know, what I used the other day. Or yesterday, I think it was. I hope you all find yourself well. If you're new, I am so glad you're here. If you've done lots of these, I'm so glad you're here so you can give me advice. I need to cover this up because I don't like it. I know, I think I have a butterfly Washington. And like I said, I don't know if my back will show on this or not. So I'm going to leave it so it can. But I'm going to see if you just sand that. Then you can, it just kind of comes off. Doesn't take long. Doesn't take any muscle. Because today I wouldn't have any to give it. I really wanted to go to church today, as it's my last Sunday here before we leave, but don't think they'd have liked me this way. After COVID, I am just so leery of going to church when I don't feel well. Not because I think I have COVID, but I'm afraid someone will think I do, and then they worry, and... Oh, I put that on the wrong side. That's funny. Well, we'll just do something else on that side. You guys probably saw that and thought, Kathy, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm not thinking today either. I may go down and it's not life or death if some is seen. Some people might like that, so. What's it say? Can I even read it? Seal, nope. Do not, yeah, I can't read it, so. I guess that gives it authenticness, doesn't it? You know, I didn't buy it. I kind of like those little flowers and lace. Would I like it better over here? Maybe. With the pretty edge hanging. I just love lace. You know, who thought of lace? Who looked at fabric and thought, you know, that would make pretty lace? I don't know, but I am very grateful. Wonder what a tile would look like on this. Just grab the handful. I started to think I could make that a tile and it'd be pretty, and then I thought, I have some already made. That's too big. Now, if you want to make tiles, oh, talk about addictive. Shabby Dabby Doodog got me hooked on doing that. And if you're interested, I would be thrilled to show you. Something fun to do with your little bitty stuff. That's what I save that jar for, is to do tiles. And then I use it for other things. I really like that lady. But she's way too big. And this frame messed up. I'm not going to get all my tiles out. Isn't that pretty? That'd be pretty, yes. Something on the edge of a something. What about music? Not very talky today. I'm real glad I have leftover chicken vegetable soup. And I'm real glad I have Greg meatloaf he can eat, so I won't feel guilty when he's warming up his supper. We cannot eat the same stuff because I'm alpha gal. And if you wonder what alpha gal is, it means I'm allergic to all mammal meat and any byproducts of a mammal. So if it gives live birth, I can't have it. And all my food has to be cooked separately and all that good stuff. I feel sorry for every waitress and waiter. It's not gonna work. Don't want that. I do like the music, so I think I'm gonna put the music on there. spread it out so it doesn't weep. Is that what you call it? And then some lace. And of course, you know, I'm going to have to add some bling. And I'm going to add some of those liquid pearls. I think that will be fun. And I still have some glue on my finger. So we'll put that on there. I'm ready to see some butterflies and flowers. Give that a little more glue. Excuse me. I did not know my voice was this way when I started. I talked to Greg and it seemed fine. I'm going to use this green bling. Green bling. 3 pairs of scissors and I can't find the right one. Okay, now do I want it there? Do I want to use a little piece of music paper? Since I used some on the back, no, I do not because it's falling apart. I really wish I'd have put this on the correct side because now, but I didn't. So, you know, I didn't. And nobody will know that was my initial plan. Okay, do I want the green over here? And then I think I want that there. I love liquid pearls. I like them better than stickles. And I have stickles because I have a 9-year-old granddaughter. But I like them better because stickles always get stuck on me. What do you think? I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, I'm going to put this somewhere I can't mess up those stickles, and it'll take a while for those stickles to dry. And as I was watching that dry, now this is one that wasn't originally a, just like a new slide or something. And it's fine. This is what I want. I want those old red ones. You know, I could go down and get one of those thousands of them and Greg would never know unless I picked it out of the middle of something he wanted to see. That would be mean. I wouldn't do that to my baby. Yeah, I would. These came apart when I took the slide out. All rights reserved. Sorry, sir. Okay, I'm wondering if I could do just something like that. Why not? I'm going to cover it with some of this. And you could use Mod Podge, you know, on these. I just think that's kind of finicky for this little space. But I will show you. If I get the center out. If you missed that earlier. And I could fold that over. And I wouldn't have to take the center out. Well, I wouldn't want to take the center out, would I? Now this I don't have to be so finicky with because I am going to cover that hole and stuff. But you still want it to look nice when you turn it over. You don't want it to look like nobody cared. We never want anything to look like nobody cared. Well, I don't know. When I wash my bathroom, sometimes I feel like that's what it does look like. And then I'm going, well, not my bathroom. My bathroom, I take that back, I want clean. But you know what I mean. There's certain areas I'm cleaning. Our back porch, bless Greg's heart, with all the mud we've had, I am sweeping it of mud, dirt clods, and dead flies every day or every other day. And the rug needs washed, but I don't want to wash it till I can put it out on the clothesline, and it's kind of silly to do it, wash it when it's so muddy. But that's life on a farm. Okay, so that kind of looks kind of rustic. I will ink that again. I'm using ground espresso. Now, if you accidentally poke a hole in the middle, if you're just covering it, that's fine. Just clean it out and see what happens. Oh, I like that. We might need another layer of lace or something. You know, you never get too much lace, in my opinion. I think I got, yeah, here's some pink lace. Little too wide. Oh, I like that. Now, I'm thinking there's all kinds of stuff you could do with this. You could, you know, obviously put it in a journal. But make paper clips out of them. Dangles out of them. I like that. And again, I think a dangle, it would be fun as a dangle, but I'm not going to poke holes or anything in it right now because I don't know what I want, and I'm not sure I'm even done with it. I'm thinking a bow. Maybe... I know you think I'm crazy having all these bows, but you don't have a 9-year-old granddaughter. She can go through my bows, and she just loves them. And she'll just set them on her desk and look at them. She is all about, I don't think I want that pink, that copper, whatever the color that is. She loves bows. She wears them. She has socks with them, shirts with them. That's just kind of the thing right now. So, she loves the pink velvet ones. Her favorite color is a teal, if you ask her. And pink is her second favorite. I don't think I need any flowers, do you? Excuse my reach, I'm grabbing for these. But like Tina says on Shabby Dabby Doodah, layer, layer, layer. Can you ever get too much? She can't, I can. Sometimes I get it and I think, oh, that may be a bit too much. Yeah, I don't think I want that. I think I'm going to leave it alone. So there we have one that I made and two that I made. And I'm going to leave this in a little pin so that I don't mess it up. And then the two real vintage one I made with Greg's grandpa and grandma. So if you like this, I hope you'll give me a like or a hype. I sure appreciate the comments. Thank you all for being here. I apologize again for my throat and cough. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And always remember, friend, you have a purpose. Bye for now.